ignored.
That's right. So, Laura,
Yes,
are you ready to vote tomorrow?
absolutely. I've already mailed in my early ballot, but I encourage everyone to get to the polls. You can go online and find your polling place if you don't know where your polling place is at. But as you know, residents of Orange County, it's so important that we vote and make a change. And we want to make sure that we get Doug Chaffee into the County Board of Supervisors seat for District 4.
How about you? Did you vote? You ready to vote?
Yes, I've actually already voted myself. I vote by mail, and I'm very happy that to vote for Doug Chaffee for supervisor. And I stress the importance of everybody. If you have not voted, you can still vote. The polls are open till 8:00. They have early voting at your local voter registrar's office and at some of your community locations as well.
Tell me, in order to vote, you have to be a citizen, right?
Yes, and you also have, and you can also qualify if you are a resident of California.
Who else can vote? They have to be what age?
You have to be over the age of 18.
Wow, yeah. Are you 18, Laura?
Just a little shy of 18. Yes, I'm a little bit above 18.
Can you tell us if you voted for Doug?
Absolutely. Doug is going to make a change. And what's wonderful is Doug has experience in Orange County. He's already been the mayor of Fullerton, currently is the mayor of Fullerton, and he's been a resident of Orange County for 65 years. So why wouldn't we want someone who's ready to make a difference and who has experience and who's just an all-around great person on the board for County Board of Supervisors?
How do you feel, Honorable Mayor?
Well, after hearing that compliment, I feel great. I am a poll voter, and just as soon as those polls open in the morning, I will be there.
Can I ask you something, a secret?
Sure.
Are you going to vote for yourself?
Yes.
Do you love being involved in the community?
Well, that's what I love most, is being out and working with people, seeing what they do, and working with community groups especially.
How many years have you been helping the community? How many years have you been devoted and committed to the community?
Well, I think that started in high school. So if I work from there and go up, it would be more than 50 years. And after I left college, I was a Peace Corps volunteer in India.
Wow.
And then when I came back from India, I just had to get involved in community things. I've never stopped.
Wow. You have a big heart for the people, right?
Well, I hope it's big enough to keep beating.
What is it traditionally in your family that you volunteer to be involved in the community, or is it just something that within yourself?
Well, my mother was always active in working with various groups. She had a heart for homeless people. She was a social worker at one time. And my father was a lawyer, and sometimes he'd represent people for free. I remember when there was an issue over what books students could see, and the school board said you can't see that. He represented some teachers at no charge and won the case so they could bring those different books to school.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Wow. Now, Laura,
Yes,
what
ma'am.
made you get involved in the community?
Well, I've always been an active person. I'm kind of someone who always has something to say and always wants to be doing something. And I have a disabled son, which caused me to be even more involved in my community and standing up for people's rights. My son was born prematurely because of discrimination. And growing up upper middle class, and happened to be Caucasian, I had never experienced anything like that before. So that was a catalyst for me to become involved in making a change and standing up for people who did not have a voice.
Wow. Admire that girl.
Thank you.
How about you?
I've always been a very active person and very extroverted, so it's very much just, I guess, in my blood as well. But also learning a lot from my father, who was in the law enforcement and a public safety officer, and hearing and experiencing some of the things that he had in the community definitely made me more just intrigued and wanted to be more involved in social justice and ensuring that our community was safe, but also advocating as well. So from learning from my parents and going into a college definitely helped me to see just a lot of what was going on and wanting to stay more involved. So I just continue to do that, and I just love that being that voice for the people who don't have a voice, for the voiceless, and also advocating, and it just really is. I just love it. I love it, and I continue to do it.
Now, you girls, how did you meet Mr. Doug Chaffee? Confession time. Who wants to confess first?
Well, I'll just say I met him through the union, United Domestic Workers. He has UDW's endorsement, and he stands with and for home care providers who make up about 22,000 here in Orange County, and who take care of approximately 27,000 elderly and disabled folks. So I had the pleasure of meeting him through our union, and the pleasure has been all mine, and we look forward to him taking office on the Board of Supervisors and continuing to stand up for what's right and just for home care providers.
Does it mean everybody in the union will be voting for Doug, right?
Absolutely. If they can vote, they will be voting, and it
Thank
will be
God.
for Doug.
Thank God. How about confession time for you?
Oh no. How did we meet, Doug?
Well, I think we interviewed you, and
Yes.
your qualifications really stood out, as well as your personality. I've been so glad to have you on my campaign.
Oh, thank you. It's definitely been a pleasure and a joy. You definitely make the job very easy because of your passion and commitment to the community.
Wow. Now, both of you girls, I'm so proud of you. Both of you speak Spanish.
See, más o menos.
This is naturally for you, right?
Yes.
You're from Puerto Rico.
Yes, mi familia es desde Puerto Rico.
Okay. And you, Loda?
Mi ex esposo es un alacrán de Durango, y cuando...
Ouch.
¿Verdad? Ouch. Yo estaba casado casi 16 años con un alacrán de Durango, y yo vivía en Tijuana cuando yo era más jovencita.
Ah,
Casi dos años. Pero me encanta la cultura mexicana, y para mí es muy importante porque mis hijos su cultura es de México, y me encanta la cultura. Y cuando te gusta algo, es muy fácil, ¿verdad?
no, está bien. Entonces te gusta la gente, ayudar a la
¿Cómo no?
gente. ¿Y a ti te gusta ayudar a la gente?
Sí, muy orgulloso de mi familia y mi gente. Es, es muy diverse y, yes, y mi cultura y la comida, la música. Y,
El baile.
El baile, muchísimo. So.
How about you? How is it that you ended up getting involved with? I see that these two girls are from two different worlds. I'm from a different world. And you seem to adapt pretty well to different worlds. That means that you're a very big-hearted individual and a kind individual that you can blend in to any color, any nationality.
Well, I would think so. My Peace Corps service was in India, speaking of a different culture, a different world. I've always enjoyed looking at different cultures and learning about them. And indeed, we're all part of the same world. We should get along and help each other. And I know that we all get hungry. We all want a safe place for our family. We want to take care of our children, have good education. We all need health care. We all need to work together to make our place better.
Love it. Love it. Laura,
Yes.
how is it that the union got to meet Doug and believed in Doug's goals and dreams of getting involved with everybody's, I would say, lives, because you're talking 20,000?
We have approximately 22,000 home care providers just in Orange County, but UDW represents approximately 100,000 home care providers up and down the state of California.
So that means that Doug's going to be considered a saint for
Well-
the UDW because he's actually making a difference. I think California is known to have a lot of, we're shaking here in San Francisco where we have, what do you call it?
Movers and shakers.
Yes, movers and shakers. And I think that down here, he's going to be shaking everybody.
Doug will be the mover and shaker on the County Board of Supervisors come November 6th.
Well, I'd like to say that the home care workers are the lowest paid in the state in Orange County, and this is one of the most expensive places to live. And you give them a decent increase in wages, which is a little more than the minimum wage they're making now, that's hardly fair. As more and more people need home care, we need them, and they need to have something that they can actually live on.
Doug, can you tell us,
This is why we endorse Doug.
Doug, are you ready to fight that battle that the UDW has not been able to fight for all these caregivers? Are you ready to take on this battle with this other stubborn, I don't want to say goats. I mean, are you ready? Are you ready to take on these, what do you call, negative individuals?
Well, I'll do everything I can, but I think a better way to work is with respect and courtesy,
There you go.
and to try to reason and put out good thoughts, and to see if we can't bring about a good result.
In the meantime, now, Laura,
Yes,
I have a feeling that Doug's going to win.
I do too.
And so, being that I'm already declaring him a winner.
Okay. I like the way you think. That's how we're thinking as well.
I'm declaring him a winner. So where is the union going to place him, Laura? I mean, he's a winner already. I declared him a winner. So is there a pedestal that the union's going to have specially made for him?
Well, I want to go back to your question about how UDW became involved with
Yes.
Doug. And so we, of course, have a process, and Doug came and spoke to our union, spoke to our board, and did an interview process, and we asked him questions. And of course, we liked everything that he had to say. But more importantly, as I get to know Doug more, I see how he is committed to Orange County. And it makes me happy to know that we made the right decision to endorse him. And we are looking forward to him being victorious come tomorrow evening.
He is victorious.
He is victorious. And we are going to look forward to working with him to obtain the contract that we have not been able to obtain for the past 2 years.
Yahoo!
And hopefully we will be able to get the board to accept the $95 million that the state already has allocated for us, but they are refusing to take. So we most definitely will be quite close friends with Doug Chaffee.
Yahoo! How does it feel to be a winner?
Well, I think maybe I can finally get some sleep.
How hard have you been working?
Very, very hard. We definitely believe in Doug, and so we have been just putting all stops and thinking of every idea and every partner and every group and every person and every voter, every person we can outreach to, spreading the word as far as we can get it to go, because we understand the importance of getting Doug on the board so that we can continue to fight for our community. So we've been working day and night and late nights and early mornings, and I'm like Doug, can't wait to get a little bit of sleep myself, but it'll be worth it. It's all worth it.
After you win, Doug, what's next?
Well, I think I'm going to visit as many of
Me
the
too,
groups
work
as I
here.
can that have been
Hey,
kind enough
Mandy.
to support me. And I think then there's a swearing-in ceremony. I hope to have my family there, as well as friends and supporters. And then we get to work. There's a lot of stuff to do.
Wow. Well, can we break up piñata first? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Guess who's here? Woo! How are you,
Hi, dear.
Mark?
Nice to see you, Mr. Chaffee.
How are you, Mark?
Fantastic.
We're joining the party.
Of course. Thank you again for inviting me back.
Good. No, this is your home. This is your casita.